Welcome everybody, my name is Tim Sandy and I'm a VMware Systems Engineer. Today we're going to talk about App Volumes, which was formerly known as Cloud Volumes, as you may have heard. This session will be a technical sales level, 201 level, and we will cover what it is, what it does, some of the requirements for it, licensing and positioning of App Volumes. So that's what we're going to be covering during this session today. So let's get started. I'd like to take a minute to go over our entire line of end-user computing set of products first, since App Volumes is now a new part of this family of products. VMware's end-user computing portfolio includes virtual desktops and app delivery through Horizon 6. Customers can lower their OpEx costs when managing virtual desktops compared to physical desktops. Horizon 6 allows for centralized desktop and application management, as well as the delivery of applications such as RDSH applications to any device. Our desktop portfolio also includes Horizon Air, or DAS as you may know it, which provides desktop and application delivery from our public cloud. If you don't want to manage VDI on premises, you can opt for virtual desktops and apps through our Horizon Air, or DAS, on vCloud Air. If concern is related to CapEx, then Horizon Air is definitely the way to go for you, because you don't have to provide or manage your own VDI infrastructure. So again, it saves a lot of that time, money. You don't need the associated expertise. Our desktop portfolio includes Mirage and Horizon Flex as well. This is perfect for anybody looking for centralized image management across physical PCs and containerized desktops on, for example, BYO type of devices, bring your own devices. You can also deploy operating systems and applications to physical devices or containers, and you can do that again also with Horizon Flex. Features such as backup of physical and virtual desktops, file and machine recovery, and even expiration policies on containerized desktops are available with that. As you can see, we have an extensive desktop portfolio. However, today we are going to be talking and looking more into the app volumes. So let's get started with that. Horizon 6 focuses on the 4 key areas of innovation. The first area of innovation is centered around application delivery. IT can deliver different types of applications to users, or, for example, in our Unified Workspace portal, an end user can consume SaaS-based applications, RDSH or Horizon hosted apps, Thin apps, or even Citrix Zen apps. Different methods of delivery of these applications give IT a lot of flexibility. IT can manage applications and users from the data center all the way out to the devices being managed. For example, devices can range from physical machines that go offline often to virtual desktops that reside in the data center, either way. Managing different application sets that can be delivered to mobile devices, tablets, PCs, and virtual desktops is critical. With Horizon 6, that makes it possible. We've lowered the cost of storage using our Horizon View in association with our Virtual SAN product and integrating those two together. Virtual SAN provides a high performance and low cost option for customers that are looking to implement View along with their storage needs. And finally, we provide different options for cloud delivery. For example, IT can choose to keep a private cloud of virtual desktops through View with their on-premise View instantiation, or they can take the public cloud route to deliver desktops and applications using Horizon Air, or DAS, on our vCloud Air instance. App Volumes fits into the application delivery area. With App Volumes as part of our desktop portfolio, we've helped innovate app delivery even further. So let's take a closer look at what App Volumes can do for you. If we look at traditional Windows systems and applications, these applications, settings, the user profiles, and in many cases user data are tightly coupled with the operating system. And the overall user experience, the productivity, the preferences, and licensing, it's all associated into a single system. The App Volumes just-in-time application model separates out the IT-managed applications and application suites into administrator-defined application containers and introduces an entirely different container used for persistent user changes between sessions. With App Volumes, we can combine the benefits of persistent and non-persistent virtual desktops to deliver a truly stateless desktop. IT can update and deliver applications in a matter of seconds. Data stays secure since the virtual desktops are hosted within your data center. Through centralized management and optimized application delivery, storage costs and capacity is lowered because IT can deliver one application to many users. Applications don't need to be installed on every single virtual desktop anymore. IT can also design a non-persistent architecture while giving their end users a persistent and customizable experience. With App Volumes, you can simplify your VDI and RDSH application lifecycle management in one place with management benefits previously unavailable. You can combine your core applications into a single app stack, making it easy to deploy to users via Active Directory object assignment. Those Active Directory groups, you can just literally assign applications to a single Active Directory group or multiple. You can make those updates available immediately on next login or even at the next reboot. You can also more easily manage line of business or departmental apps by combining these together into a single app stack, which is managed and deployed separately from the core applications. To recap what App Volumes bring to our desktop portfolio, the message is simple: dynamically deliver applications to virtual desktops in real time. IT has the ability to manage the entire application lifecycle through centralized management. Infrastructure costs are lowered because of IT's ability to centrally scale an application to many users and devices. Management costs are reduced because IT now has a quick and easy application delivery system using App Volumes. Ultimately, end users receive the persistent experience they want, even if it's across non-persistent environments. In this next session, I want to discuss some of the components of App Volumes as well as the associated hardware software requirements associated to it. As you see in this slide, there are 4 key components to using App Volumes. The first one is the App Volumes Manager server, where the virtual administrators will go in and create those App Volumes, they'll assign them to users, etc. The agent is what abstracts the applications from the operating system as well as redirecting data to the writable volume when used. Then we have the AppStack volumes themselves, which are the read-only volumes containing the applications, which can be mapped to several users as well as several app stacks to a single user, so either way. And finally, we have the writable volume, which is a per-user read-write volume for persistent changes to follow that user as they go from desktop to desktop. I want to mention some additional information regarding the writable volumes because they are important and there's some aspects to this that are definitely noteworthy. As I stated in the earlier slide, there's one per user that can be assigned to follow that user from desktop to another desktop. The volume is used for user installed applications and settings. It's also used for application licensing information, their user and computer profile, and finally their data files. All of this can be managed using policy-based rules. One thing to keep in mind with the app volumes, they do not provide any direct management or granularity with administration of the profile with items such as printers, drive mappings, and policies. It does not do that. And regards to the user profiles, think of App Volumes as being complementary to a third-party user environment management or UEM type of product. So again, it does not handle everything regarding to redirecting of everything in a profile, such as those printers and drive mappings, but it is definitely complementary. So just some notes again on that writable volume. App Volumes hardware software requirements are nothing too extensive, but I did want to just make mention of them. Some of the requirements to point out here is you do need to be running vSphere or vCenter 5.x or editions or higher, as well as in regards to the management server, you have to be running 2008 R2 or 2012 server, to include also for the database portion of it, SQL 2008 R2 or SQL 2012 as far as the App Volumes Manager server goes. You must have Active Directory 2003 functional domains or higher, and for client and agents, you need to be using Windows 7 or higher, with the exception that Home Edition is not supported, and a lot of that is because Home Edition is not networkable. So those are the requirements. Again, nothing too elaborate, and should meet most of everybody's needs without having to have anything special. For you to fully appreciate the power of App Volumes and what it can do, I'm now going to show you a quick, it's about a minute long video. It's of a demonstration of being able to deploy a bunch of applications out to a desktop. So again, it's just a real quick video that I want to show. With this video, just to kind of set the stage, to give you some background on what's going to be happening in this video, it shows a Windows 7 virtual desktop with just the default applications out of the box. Then we will see them look to see who the current logged on user is on that virtual desktop using the command line. Then they will go into the management server, assign a pre-configured app volume with about 70 applications in it, assign it to that user, and then they'll provision it, and they'll tell it to provision immediately, and then you will see all of those 70 applications get provisioned to that desktop immediately. Don't mind, in the management server it says Cloud Volumes in there. Again, we originally bought it, it was Cloud Volumes. Since then it's been renamed, but this demo was done prior to the renaming to App Volumes, so just ignore that. And finally, you'll see all the applications again in that app volume be placed onto the desktop in the matter of seconds. Let's go ahead and watch that. Here he's trying to find out the user that's logged into the desktop. He gets the username. He looks and shows you that in that virtual desktop there's one single hard drive. Then he goes into that particular app volume that's already created. He does a search for that user to assign it to them. And then he says to go ahead and assign it immediately, so it'll automatically push that out to him and attach that VMDK or that hard drive to that virtual desktop, and do that immediately. And then he goes back into the settings of that virtual desktop, and you see that now we have a second drive, and that is that app volume. And then now, as you see, we now have 70 applications that were just placed onto that desktop in the matter of seconds. That's how powerful app volumes are and what it can do. And again, it can also do this type of functionality with your virtual desktops themselves. Won't be quite the same as that, some slightly different way of doing it, but again, that is the power of using app volumes. It's pretty impressive. Now that you know what app volumes is, what it can do, and the requirements for it, let's talk a little bit about the licensing for app volumes, as well as who to position it with when you're speaking to your customers. App Volumes is sold as either a standalone product or included with the Horizon Enterprise bundle. It is also sold as a concurrent user basis. The App Volumes went GA on December 9th, 2014, so it is currently available, so you can get that today. And also, just a side note, any current customers that have Horizon Enterprise at the moment and have the licensing for that, they are automatically entitled to App Volumes and can download that for free, since that is now a part of the Horizon Enterprise bundle. So if you're a current Horizon Enterprise customer, you can download App Volumes for free and start using it. When you're talking to your customers, you need to know what to listen for in regards to their pain points that they're talking about and how it may potentially relate as to whether or not you want to talk to them about app volumes, of course. There are many pain points to listen for. The first one that you want to definitely pay attention to is maybe relating to time and resources. Managing applications and their lifestyle or life cycle consumes time and resources. In fact, enterprise IT shops will spend between 20 and 40% of their budgets on managing the end user computing application lifecycle. And deploying and upgrading new applications can take days or even weeks. In addition to time and costs, finding and retaining qualified people to build and maintain these end user computing applications is critical and often difficult task to the experience and expertise required to perform these jobs and to do them well. So sometimes it can be very hard finding and keeping these type of people. Even with qualified, experienced staff, electronic software distribution or ESD is difficult and complicated. Application deployment success can be mixed at times. Combining multiple different application packages together on endpoints often introduces conflicts. Upgrading application is often a hit or miss type of result, and removing applications can be difficult or even impossible at times, leaving files or registry keys tattooed on the user's target machine after removal. Application virtualization solves some problems and introduces other ones as well. While application virtualization can extend the life of legacy applications or make incompatible applications operate well together, app-to-app interaction and app-to-OS integration can be challenging with application virtualization. Most IT departments are forced into binary choices with respect to user-installed applications. They either prohibit them and cope with the demand of new applications from the user community, or they allow them and fix the user system and IT deployed applications when they're broke by applications indiscriminately installed by the user. And when users are able to install applications, they are then permanently bound to a single unique system. This makes providing and consistent user experience across many different devices difficult or sometimes even impossible. If you're interested in attending or watching more of these VMware enablement sessions like the one that you currently watch on AppVolumes, we've made it very easy for you. Two simple, easy steps to make sure that you stay enabled at all times. The first step is to go out to our registration link that you see there on the lower left-hand side. Fill in your name, your email, what your role is, either sales, technical sales, or engineering/architect. Then you select either one, two, or all three of the types of sessions and enablement levels that you want to get enabled on. As you see, the 101 level is sales, product, packaging, and licensing. The 201 level covers technical sales, product positioning, and updates, like the one we did today. And finally, the 301 sessions are for engineering, technical deep dives, as well as demonstrations of the products. Then the second step is to go out to our calendar link that you see and look for upcoming training sessions that we have and stay on top of your enablement. Keep in mind, once you do register, we will also send out some reminders on upcoming enablement events on the calendar. And we also put weekly recaps on our calendar, and what that is just pointing back to previously recorded sessions. So in case you weren't aware of them, it's just to kind of bring them to light and to bring them to your attention. A lot of times they are related to some of the live sessions that we'll be having that week as well. So I highly recommend that you go out, get registered, and keep on top of your enablement. So that completes this presentation on AppVolumes. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to either your tech data, sales, or technical representatives, such as myself. And we'll be more than happy to answer any questions that you got and help you along the way with your enablement process, or just give you whatever information that you need to become better enabled on our products. I hope this information was beneficial and helpful to you. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.